What is up, peeps? Hope we're all doing well. Welcome back to the channel. We got a very important topic for today's video, that being copyright in a brand new situation that's been going on actually for quite some time in the Fortnite scene, costing people potentially tens of thousands of dollars. We are talking about the false DMCA or copyright striking going on in the UEFN community, which even SypherPK has lent his hand to. I've also done an interview or two already talking to multiple people affected by this person allegedly falsely copyright striking other creators' maps and islands to take them down, and thus benefiting themselves financially. And today we're talking about a Fortnite creator by the name of Gearsy, who has now allegedly falsely struck down another creator who had a similar styled map. But as you guys know, maps are all different. There was no, by the way, copying of the maps. All of this coming down to the title of the map, as Leo, the one we're talking about, the one I've also interviewed. I cannot show you guys that interview because he is afraid of further legal repercussion from Gearsy, but I hopefully will in the future. But as he tweeted out, 7 days before payout, my biggest map I've spent weeks working on, constantly updating, has been taken down with no explanation. No email, no DM, no warning, just disabled. And then a further elaboration and update on this, I've got an email, and yes, it was Gearsy who struck my map, even though he has trademark on the name The Pit and not Pit. Sadly, this is how the big creators work in this field. And so if you don't understand, he is claiming, and he has also shown me things which I cannot show you for now, that yes, it was Gearsy giving him a DMCA and striking him down because his map was called Pit and then ranked. He is claiming he has a trademark for The Pit and thus going around, and what I have seen so far, at least talked to 2 people, I've heard from 4, that he is going around and striking creators who use the word Pit or The Pit in their titles and claiming that because he has trademark, he has the right to do so. And with Epic's current copyright system in place, what they do, they disable the map instantly. And as you guys can imagine, someone like Leo, or maybe you can imagine, at the time of his map being disabled, it had tens of thousands of concurrent players, which at this point in time can make you $1,000 or $2,000 or more dollars per day. And I'm sure you guys can maybe connect the dots here even further. Once your map gets taken down, even if you counterclaim and say, hey, this was a false claim, which I think they are, by the time you do that, your map doesn't get reinstated where it was before. It falls off the face of the earth and likely will not have that same traction or anything near it yet again. But this goes deeper. And I've also talked about, like, yes, there are similar thumbnails in the Fortnite community. This happens on YouTube. This happens on all socials. This does happen on UEFN as well. I don't believe these similar thumbnails between Leo's creation of Pit Ranked and Gearsy's creation of The Pit, I don't think that's really any bounds to actually strike a map down. Also, the email sent to these creators about giving the actual evidence, the specific infringement that is done on these maps, well, it's not actually clarifying anything done or wrongdoing on the behalf of Leo. So he has no idea exactly what he apparently copied and what was actually being copyright struck. Regardless, though, his map was then disabled, and he then has to file a counterclaim to get his map not disabled, which is ridiculous. And at the same point of his map being disabled, can you guess who the other #1 map in the Pit category was? Who owned it? And then he, of course, struck down Leo's Pit map. Yeah, it was Gearsy. He had the #1 Pit map and was going around striking other creators like Leo, who had another successful map in the same category and genre, thus further benefiting himself. And if this is a false claim, something's got to be done reparations-wise, right? Because this kid Leo, who I talked to, is not in the best financial setting, and this is now costing him potentially tens of thousands of dollars for a wrongful claim. Like, this is totally messed up. And then SypherPK gets involved, and here's where it gets very interesting, saying, yo, Fortnite, you guys just letting one of your top map makers abuse copyright? No one owns the word Pit. And then Gearsy saying, maybe ask a lawyer about the difference between copyright and trademark. And Sypher saying, in my version of The Pit, that's a quote from Gearsy, you yourself understand that your map is just your version of The Pit, a generic game type that existed before you made your map on Fortnite. And yeah, this is where I'm very confused, because there are a lot of games out there with the pit. There's also a lot of games out there with their play on this same genre as well. It has long existed before 2024, when the attempted trademark was made by Gearsy for the pit. And there is no way that that copyright can apply to titles, because if that's the case in Fortnite UEFN, if you then all of a sudden trademark Zone Wars, 1v1, Red versus Blue, all these generic terms that are everyone is just remaking the same kind of map in their own twist, well, then you'll own the whole market. There is no way that this will stand. It goes even further, because Gearsy keeps on replying to Sypher, and then Sypher had some choice words for the guy. And as of me recording right now, I have heard of 4 different people being given these DMCA notice and potentially what seem to be false copyright claims against their maps and islands by Gearsy. A lot of them seemingly around this whole pit concept. And also, when I talked to Leo, he didn't copy a single aspect of Gearsy's map, according to him. And so seemingly, just for having the word pit in his title, his map is completely disabled. Want to know another extra little fun fact? I'm talking to a different guy who was struck down by Gearsy. He's got a crazy story. Hopefully I'll share with you in the future. Even SypherPK has been sent a cease and desist by Gearsy for using the word pit in one of his collaborations with Zone, someone I've had the chance to interview as well. Great guys. Just for the word pit, Sypher did not respond to the cease and desist, and nothing else was done about it. It seems like this is just some individual out there throwing around power to maybe unfortunate lower individuals, right? People not as well off as SypherPK, who are fearfully going to be not replying or not fighting this, or in the worst case right now, having their maps disabled and coming back to far fewer numbers, while the only person who benefits is Gearsy. But it gets even better, because then SypherPK has now alleged and called out Gearsy and other top creators for abusing and exploiting the UEFN systems in a completely different way in order to exploit likes and favorites on the platform, thus boosting them in the search algorithms on UEFN. So here is that.
I'm on my favorite map, the Pit Free-For-All, made by Gearsy, and this map is actually the #1 most favorited map in Fortnite. Oh, look. Is that a Mythic Zeus Thunderbolt? I actually want to use this weapon on this map right now. Let me see if I can pick this up. It says press. All right, so wait, it's not letting me pick it up. It says like and favorite to support. Oh, so I have to actually like and favorite the map, and then I can pick up the Mythic Thunderbolt. So let me try that. I'm going to click escape, favorite, like. Now I should be able to pick up the Mythic Zeus Thunderbolt. There it is. No, that's actually not working. It's not letting me pick up the Mythic Zeus Thunderbolt, and I feel betrayed, honestly. And I want to take a look right here. This got added onto the map earlier this week. You can see exactly when it got added right here around March 24th. And ever since it got added, the pit went from most favorited #8 to #7 to #6, 4, 3, 2, and now it is the #1 most favorited map in Fortnite. But that's not all. This map's not the only one doing this. Crazy Red versus Blue, which is most favorited #2, also used this strategy to climb up the ranks. And BHE 1v1 Build Fights currently has this strategy right now on their map, and they happen to be most favorited #1, 2, and 3. And this row is actually the strongest row in Discovery. Fortnite, your top creators are abusing your system and tricking people to boost their maps to the top of these charts. Hopefully something is done.
And I know I ramble a lot in these videos. Sometimes it's hard to give the clear, concise message to all of you, but I'm pretty upset. So I've talked to this guy, Leo. I have a full interview about his circumstance, and I feel for the kid. The kid, by the way, who has now had his map, what seems to be falsely claimed by another top creator out there. And yes, they at the time had 2 of these top ranked pit maps. So you have the top guy falsely claiming the second guy, so his map can benefit more. And then Leo's map was instantly disabled. And of course, then the notice he has given of this trademark is very vague, doesn't know exactly what he has done wrong. And the repercussions towards Gearsy for doing this are what? What are they going to be? Because for Leo, the kid in this instance, he is losing out on $2 grand a day for a kid who has made a great map and a great concept that luckily went viral. And that's irredeemable. I mean, this map was doing those numbers, by the way, for 2 months. And now he's also left up in the air. Will he get his payout for the second month of that map? We are talking about tens of thousands of dollars, and someone who is clearly doing this not just to one creator, two creator, multiple creators out there, and taking advantage of a system which, albeit, I think Epic need to work on as well, because the way it currently stands, this ain't fair. So what do you guys think? If you guys have any other stories, my DMs are always open. We'll be doing interviews the next couple of days, hopefully sharing more about this, and hopefully something is done to correct and change it for the future. Till next time, take care. Thank you guys for watching. I don't know why I did this. I'm a nerd. I'll see you back here soon. Take care.